Всем привет, меня зовут Дмитрий, и мы продолжаем играть в Greddfall. Был небольшой перерыв. Сейчас нужно посмотреть, что делать. Встретиться с главой Сан-Матеуса, спросить о Малихоре. Здесь у нас поручения, которые мне абсолютно не понравились в этой игре. Ну и дополнительные задания, которые делаются по ходу. А вот это вообще мы ждем еще, когда Курт соберет сведения о призрачной полке. Так, нам нужно вниз бежать. Ну, побежали. Не забываем лутать ящики. Тут кого-то сожгли вам. Давайте посмотрим, что у него продается.
Welcome to the best holy item shop in San Mateus.
Do you like it here in San Mateus?
It is impossible not to like it here. The air is purer than it is on the continent. The Malachor is far away. And rumor has it that this island is the one Saint Mateus himself chose as his final resting place.
Кольцо отлучения. Мощное колечко. Но это опять же на мага. Но физический урон у нас все равно больше. Крестонос. Так. Шапки разные. Солдатская кираса инквизитора. Риза епископа. Ну, у нас мы в легендарке одеты, поэтому нас в принципе особо ничего не интересует из этого. Ладно. Ну, этого монстра что ли сожгли?
Do you renounce your gods?
Answer me.
Why are you doing this?
Behold your so-called gods. You are demons. They burn. They are nothing. You shed tears for this creature while your heart should be full of joy. Welcoming the light. Forget your pagan foul teachings. Embrace the true faith.
You are mad.
Renounce your gods! Inquisitor? You! Stop where you are. The pagan stink of these soulless natives taints you. You bring demon-spawned barbarians through our gates.
This man just killed some helpless soul in front of our eyes, and he calls us barbarians.
Who are you to address with such familiarity? I am the Inquisitor Aloysius, and you will be going nowhere lest your answers give me satisfaction. Do you believe that the God of Light is the one and only God?
Don't tell me that you are going to humor this crazed assassin.
If I want to complete my mission, I believe I have no other choice.
Ну что, указать на дипломатический иммунитет? Меня он просто бесит, тут этот мужик.
Diplomacy may seem to you of little import, but I doubt that your governor will be of a similar opinion. Aggression towards an emissary of another nation is an error that could lead to war.
Your attempts to avoid answering speak for themselves. Answer my question.
Блин, ну я бы, конечно, признался в неверии. Но мы же дипломаты, мать вашу. Давайте
Yes,
подтвердим.
I believe it to be so.
Really? If that's the case, what is the name of the most holy of men? He who transmitted the divine testament.
For how long are you going to stand this questioning? He insults you.
Silence, demon spawn. I am not asking you the questions.
Everyone in the world knows that the holy prophet and founder of Ptolemy is Matthias.
You seem well versed in your readings of the righteous faith. One final question, and you may continue along your path. What gift did his sacred divinity award us when we accepted the words of his divine prophet?
He gave us magic, but it is a rather tricky theological enigma. Many would argue that he offered us far more than that.
Precisely. Precisely. Your answers blur and your tongue wavers. You are no true believer. Your words seem tainted in lies, ruse, and deceitful purpose.
You shall have to learn to live with it. We have tolerated this interrogation long enough.
Your companion's attitude reveals your lack of faith and commitment. Your very presence in our holy city is outrageous blasphemy. May he guide my hand. Enough! This time brute force has prevailed, but the light always triumphs in the end.
Блин, его на костер бы
I will not
отправить.
forget our encounter, and I am certain that we shall meet again.
Да и хрен с этой телемой, блин. Выпотрошил бы до конца. Ну, пойдемте к наместнице сходим или наместник.
Young man, pardon me, are you not part of the new governor's entourage?
I'm his cousin, and I'm accompanying him on his mission to Tir-Fradi. What can I do for you, Father?
Bishop Petrus, how divinely fortunate this is. Did you know that I had the honor of meeting you at your uncle's court when you were a child? I would never have imagined that you would grow up to resemble the island natives so closely.
The island was yet to be discovered. How could you have known?
You haven't lost your clever little tongue. You were always quite a remarkable young boy. I'm on my way to New Serene as an ambassador to the new governor. Do you think there would be room for me to accompany you? The roads are not truly safe.
I must first meet the Mother Cardinal to present my respects on behalf of my cousin.
I will accompany you, and then we can take the road together. I'm so happy our paths have crossed once again.
Чё-то не хочу этого епископа с собой водить. У меня и так компания нормальная.
Your Eminence, in the name of the Congregation of Merchants, I present my best regards.
May the light bless you and accompany you on these grounds with inspired guidance.
I thank you. We truly wish that this visit will strengthen the ties between our two nations.
I learned that you crossed paths with that of Inquisitor Aloysius. I'm extremely sorry that this visit took a violent turn. Aloysius's faith is sometimes too absolute. I hope that you have it in you to look beyond it and forgive his zeal.
Another subject brings me as well. The Malachor, the horrible blood plague decimating our peoples.
A terrible matter that worries us all and reveals our imperfections and sinful nature. For he would never have allowed such an evil to spread without a deeper reason, a fault. Our theologians are certain that the Malachor is the work of a curse, and we have discovered that this island is home to a cult that venerates willfully a horrifying demon.
A demon? An evil spirit? It's very strange. Oh, I know no planet worships this sort of troubled spirit.
We must unearth this cult and tear it out by its sinister, sinful roots. We started to investigate a village not far from here, where strange happenings have been reported.
I have begun investigations, and I confirm that a demon is certainly active in the area.
Alas, the population is very secretive, and we have great difficulty gleaning any useful information. But if the congregation would help us in this matter, in other words, if the Malachor troubles your cousin as much as myself, report to His Majesty that the destruction of this pagan cult is the only way to eradicate the plague, and his help in obtaining any information from the natives would be extremely welcomed.
Be certain that your message will be transmitted, Mother Cardinal. I look forward to our next encounter.
Петрус. Ну, честно говоря, я не хочу брать с собой. Меня вполне устраивает Курт, Стиора. Ну, нет. Или... Да, Петруса убираем. Если вот на секундочку вспомнить пролог, в котором как раз говорилось о том, что Матеус получил, ну как это, пророчество или знание, как раз на одном из этих островов, и типа свет говорил с ним из земли, это был как бы демон вообще-то, то странно несколько все это, их приверженность свету, как бы это не оказалось на самом деле приверженность тьме. Одну минуту я буквально проверю, как идет дела у нас. В принципе, нормально все. Так, что мы дальше делаем? Сообщить Константину, как две другие страны ищут лекарства от Малихора. Наверное, мы через резиденцию ДСРД. Пойдемте в резиденцию, посмотрим, что нам за квест там дадут. В крайнем случае, мы все действительно старая оставим, если это сейчас Петрус нам хочет дать какое-то задание. Кстати, не изучили, что вот тут еще находится. Ну ладно, ну давайте сбегаем, посмотрим, что это за знак. Вопрос. Похоже, нам туда пройти нельзя. Ну да. Проход закрыт. Зато сундуки есть. Пойдемте в резиденцию, посмотрим. Кто хочет дать нам задание. Письмо секретаря посольства. Ваше превосходительство. В посольство приходила группа островитян, которая просила аудиенции с вами. Поскольку вы изволили отсутствовать, они указали место в лесу, где будут вас ждать. Позволю себе заметить, что настроены они были недружелюбно. Будьте осторожны. О, инквизиция. Что? Так. Там все равно сквиз. Или нет? Или мне кажется? Да нет, похоже, все. Да, слава богу, нам не надо менять никого. Так, ну пойдемте сходим в лес, посмотрим, что там хотят от нас. Я думаю, что правильнее Правильнее идти навстречу вместе с Сиорой. Или это инквизитор чудит. Опять фауна разбушевалась. Старая лесопилка. Ну пойдемте лесопилку посмотрим, что тут. Странная какая-то лесопилка, да? Не, ну может быть, на каждой лесопилке есть тюрьма. Так, вроде правильно иду.
Please, I come because of a message that was sent to me.
Wait, this is the Onol Menawi of the Lugay the Blau.
I came following the instructions you had left the secretary of our embassy, but I wasn't expecting to find you near the corpse of a member of the Ordo Luminis.
We were told that there was a man different from the other Renaigse amongst the Lugay the Blau. Someone who sometimes helped our people. This is why we talked to the man in the large house. But we don't really know who you are.
My name is Desardet. I'm the legate of the congregation. It means that I am in charge of the diplomacy with the other nations. And yes, I have helped your people a few times.
A diplomat is someone who talks, right? Not someone who fights.
I know how to fend for myself, if that's your question. But will you tell me why you made me come here?
2 nights ago, we attacked a group of Red Suns who were taking away some of our people. Many of them fled. But we captured this man, and we made him talk. We wanted to know where they took our brothers. And he talked about a secret camp.
Why would the Inquisition take natives to a secret camp?
To confuse their minds. They torture them until they renounce the truth and praise the sun. This Red Sun was mocking us. He said they would burn us, like the others. He had killed some of my brothers, so I killed him.
If what you say is true, then indeed, we cannot let the Inquisitors continue. But because you killed him, we can only take your word for it.
Maybe not. The Red Sun had a key on him. And also some words sealed in bark. We do not know how to set them free. But the Renaigse do, don't they?
The letter ordered this man to join the escort party of a group of natives. This partly confirms what you told me.
Do the words say where the camp is located?
No, but the address of the Inquisitor is written.
What is an address?
This is how we refer to the place we live in. I suppose the key you found is the key to his door.
So you can go to his house and look for more words?
I suppose so.
You must do it, or the suns will keep burning our people.
Very well. I will go visit this man's home. I will come back to you if I learn anything more.
Hurry. Our brothers may be dying in the meantime.
Ну, в общем, Телема пошла по тому же пути, что и Мостовой Альянс. Только Мостовой Альянс их препарирует, пытаясь найти, видимо, защиту от Малихора. А эти ребята просто обращают свою веру с помощью огня, меча и пассатиш, видимо. Вот была бы моя воля, точнее была бы возможность, я бы сейчас просто взял бы, пошел бы этот инквизиторский орден и вырезал. Ну пойдемте до дома инквизитора. Надеюсь, мы его застанем там. Сундучок.
If other sons come here, they'll burn me.
Письмо, найденное в доме отца Клаудиуса. Клаудиус, благодарю за отличную работу, решительность и усердие в организации лагеря проповедников. Благодаря вам и вашему самоотверженному труду нам удалось наставить на путь света многих дикарей. Проверьте свой сундук в штаб-квартире для получения новых указаний и рекомендаций касательно дальнейшей деятельности. Да хранит вас просветленный инквизитор Гонориус.
This letter mentions a secret camp. Apparently our man was involved in its creation. It also talks about a chest he would have had in the quarters of the Order, here in San Mateus. We may find clues there that will allow us to discover the location of the camp. If this chest exists, there must be a key. It has to be here. Let's continue searching. It's a key. Most likely the key to a chest, with the emblem of the Ordo Luminis. I don't think we'll find anything else here. Let's leave and see what this chest contains.
А чё вы стоите, ребят, здесь? Чё вам надо? Не получилось.
Who are you? And what are you doing in Father Claudius's home?
Desarde, I'm the legate of the congregation.
My colleague has been away for the last few days. May I know exactly what it is about your status as a diplomat that gives you the right to enter his home in his absence?
My status is the reason why the Mother Cardinal asked me to investigate. She wants to know where Father Claudius might have disappeared to. I offered to go to his home to see if I could find some information, hence why I'm here.
Really? Well, I find that very strange. Why would the Mother Cardinal ask that some strangers who do not belong to our order try to find him?
How would we know? Perhaps you want us to go find her together. I'm sure she'll be delighted to see how you've been treating the representative of one of her allies.
That won't be necessary, but know that I am keeping an eye on you.
As you wish. I hope I don't see you again, Father.
I doubt this sly, bitter man believed your lies. Probably see you again.
We should make use of this moment of respite to go visit the quarters of the Order and find the chest there. Let's hope they aren't infested with members of the Inquisition.
На самом деле, наверное, да, действительно надо брать этого Петруса, или как он там его зовут, и идти с ним вместо Сиоры. Штаб Ордена Света. Да, где у нас резидент? Вот. Давайте возьмем, потому что я думаю, что Сиора нам здесь особо не поможет. А вот товарищ Петрус, если что, вставит свои 5 копеек. По крайней мере, мне так кажется более логично. Да и потом, как я понимаю, У местных аллергия на островитян. Наверное, лучше действительно взять Петруса. Что у него вообще за доспехи? Давайте посмотрим. Кольцо неофит. Вот, кстати, он походу магией шарашит. Можно ему будет купить кольцо. А, он магией шарашит. То есть он у нас без оружия. Ну а сейчас, я думаю, можно будет, собственно, пойти сходить в штаб-квартиру инквизиторов. Предварительно, конечно, мы сохранимся. Ну так, аскетичненько. Что у нас здесь? А здесь у нас библиотека, да? Письмо из сундука Клавдиуса. Клавдиус, надеемся, что ваш лагерь готов принять новую партию еретиков. Хотелось бы, чтобы вы лично обратили упорствующих к свету. Подробности обсудим при встрече. Идите по дороге среди скал на восток от города. Она приведет вас к нашему лагерю. Соблюдайте крайнюю осторожность. Наши действия пока необходимо держать в секрете. Да хранит вас просветленный. Орден Света.
Thanks to these documents, we'll be able to show the natives where the conversion camp is, and the times when new prisoner convoys will get there too.
I hope the warriors will find a discreet way to set their comrades free. Attacking a camp of the Order could quickly turn into a slaughter for both sides.
То есть наместница, видимо, даже не в курсе, что там Орден творит. А может вообще, кстати, чекнуть весь их? Что у них здесь есть? Ничего интересного. Тоже ничего интересного. Может быть, кстати, я это и зря делал, на самом деле. Сейчас еще мы кого-нибудь встретим, репутация упадет. Ну и, в принципе, игра не богата на лут. Здесь не получится режим пылесоса включить. Какая интересная не в комнатке здесь. Ребята увлекаются столярным делом, видимо, да? Так сказать, резьбой по кости. Человеческой кости. На самом деле, я бы с островитянами не разговаривал, а пошел бы в лагерь. И просто бы там кровавую бойню устроил. Вот хочется, желание есть такое. Ну ладно, пусть наш друг Педрус с нами побегает пока что. Ну чё спрыгнуть нельзя?
So, I found some information that should allow you to locate the conversion camp. And I also found a note about a prisoner convoy coming soon.
Why come and tell us all of this if your intention is just to betray us?
Betray you? How so?
You're not the ones this so-called legate betrayed. We are. And that a missionary as eminent as you has helped him, Petrus. I would never have thought it possible.
The Ordo Luminis is prepared to start waging a merciless war against the natives, with the sole purpose of converting them in a secret camp which is nothing but a torture room. And you dare to show such disdain towards me? I take it as a compliment.
What are you talking about? Are you saying Claudius managed to complete his great conversion camp project?
Don't pretend that you did not know.
I did not, but now that I do, I will do everything in my power to continue his work. And the first step will be to eliminate those who would denounce us. The Mother Cardinal focuses too much on politics, when she should be following her faith instead.
We will fight these monsters by your side, on Olmenawi.
Ой, давайте их вырежем.
Thank you.
You don't have to thank me. These men were our enemy. The monsters torturing my people.
It would be best if nobody in Teleme caught wind of our involvement in this matter. Even though the actions of the Order are very questionable, we might be held responsible for these men's deaths.
You're right, Father. It would be regrettable if this matter were to put our alliance in jeopardy.
Do not worry about it. We won't tell them.
And we will make these bodies disappear. Nobody will ever know what happened to them.
Except for our Mal, of course. Queen Deirdre will be grateful to you for helping us.
I hope this will help our relations in the future.
In any case, do not worry about this camp. She will not let our people be imprisoned. She may even ask for your help in destroying it.
Perhaps. In the meantime, please give her my regards.
Bartir to mad on Olmenawi. And thanks again.
Нормально, ребята. О, я за. Чтоб мне попросили уничтожить. Так. Я помню, мы на бурю копили, кажется, да? Вот теперь мы ее наконец-то изучили. Также мы получили таланты. Куда мы будем вкладываться? Можем вложиться во взлом. В принципе, наука мне не особо нужна, третьего уровня. Можно в харизму. Ремесло. Не знаю. С заказами проще сделаю. Давайте вложимся во взлом. В интуицию, точнее. Давайте во взлом вложим. Хочу третий уровневый взлом. Так, что у нас там за квесты дальше? Ну, собственно, нам вернуться к Константину надо поговорить. И, наверное, оставить Петруса и взять Сиору. Надо посмотреть, сбегать, что вот здесь еще хочу знать. Я предполагаю, что там есть лагерь. Ну, просто, чтобы не было вопросов на карте. Ну, ничего, это лутать я не буду. У меня всяких ресурсов на самом деле очень много. Ну и золото есть, если что. Можно будет купить. Разбойники, нет? Да. Так, а мы, кстати, бурю не забиндили. Давайте ее сделаем на 2, а стрельбу на 6. Хотя нет. Стрельбу на 6, лампу на 7. А, или она за ярость. За что ее кастовать надо? Угу, понятно, да, она за ярость. Так, там сундук был вроде. Кольцо прилата. Посмотрим. У Петруса что там одето? Неофита. Давайте ему прилата отдадим. Да, вот так. Вот я более чем уверен, что там будет лагерь у инквизитора. Ну и разбойничку заодно по дорожке уберем. И... забавно. Она еще и дамажит. Только я не понял, все-таки она контролит или дамажит. Да, похоже, это лагерь. Или не лагерь. Но здесь точно наш лагерь будет. Что собрать? Группу? А, я так понимаю, здесь можно будет выбить, наверное, что-то. Потом по квесту. Кстати, через лагерь мы сейчас переместимся, если что. Ну да, лагерь инквизиторов. И вас зарубить нельзя, конечно же. Ну ладно. Пойдемте к Константину. Там, кстати, посмотрим, чем там торговец богат. Лимора. Нам ничего не интересно. Кожаная треуголка, старый шлем. Это не интересно. Шляпа исследователя. Интуицию не хочу терять. У меня хотя бы одно очко должно быть. А вот плащик-то можно и поменять. Вот возьмем вот этот. Да, супер. Так, а у нас кто-то может еще плащи носить? Курт не может. Не может. Хиора не может. Это тоже не может. Только я могу, понятно. Так, меняем, берем Хиору. Вот так. Жалко, что только 2 можно с собой войти. Я бы хотел, чтобы со мной 3 бегали хотя бы. Учитывая, что сейчас их много становится. Что с плащом происходит? Кстати, сундук был 3-й уровня. Можно попробовать его взломать. Может, что-то хорошее в нем. Да. Ради этого мы качнули взлом до 3-го уровня. Здорово. Кстати, если я так вот помню, с Константином там что-то не очень хорошо было, да? Он выглядел плохо. Болезнь какая-то.
My dear cousin, come closer and tell me what brings you. I've been to the neighboring cities as you asked of me. Tell me then, was your journey adventurous? Well, I was able to gain audience with the governors, give them your regards, and glean some information.
I would not have allowed anything bad to happen to him, Your Highness.
Oh, it's just us here, Kurt. Why not continue to call me by my given name? Carry on with your story, cousin. I'm impatient to know what secrets our illustrious neighbors have discovered. The Bridge Alliance believes that a remedy could possibly be found by studying the local flora. They are quite motivated, but their research expedition has gone missing and there is no sign of life. And since they themselves are under constant attack, they cannot spare a rescue party to investigate. The Mother Cardinal, in her opinion, believes the Malachor to be a result of a curse.
A curse cast by a demon. An evil creature worshipped by a cult of island natives. If you would allow me to second the request of our Mother Cardinal, we are in dire need of your help. Our inquisitors are hardly diplomats and... But I should let you finish, my son.
They have started their investigations in a village where strange events have been taking place, but they're unable to get to the bottom of it. The population keeps its secrets, and Taleme hopes that we might help them learn more about the cult. This is all extremely interesting. You have lived up to my expectations, as always. That said, we find ourselves between the rock and the hard place. The bridge is already in open conflict with the island natives. Taleme and their inquisitors. We're going to have to tread on eggshells, but let's follow all the clues to their mysteries. We need to help them continue their investigations. Perhaps one will lead us to something useful. I don't have a lot of men, as well you know, and since I only trust you among them, take Kurt and any others that seem useful. I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you.
If you would allow me, Your Highness, I would be honored to assist your cousin on his investigation.
Very well, then. You could start by indicating the precise location of your nasty village.
Of course, Your Highness. I should have thought of that sooner. Allow me to mark the location on your map, my son.
Thank you. Have no fear, Constantine. I will take care of all matters at hand. I've been thinking about this story of the ruins, about the secret of my father. I want to discover what he is hiding. This question also concerns you. You look too much like a native for that to be a coincidence. Since we cannot bombard my father with questions, others here must give us the answers we require. The congregation, even in the past, could not have made it to this island without help. We are pitiful sailors.
You are thinking of us. But I assure you that I know nothing of this story.
You are perhaps simply not aware, but your admiral stationed at the captainry surely is. Go and find her, cousin. Try to learn the final chapter of this story. Very well. Anything else? I'm going to leave now.
Так,
Goodbye, Constantine. Look
по
out for
Константину,
yourself.
видимо, херово. Мне кажется, он заболел малихором, честно говоря. Что у нас по квестам? Говорить с адмиралом Кабралом о руинах, научная экспедиция и отправиться в деревню. О, поговорить с Куртом о призрачном полке. Давайте сразу и поговорим.
Greenblood, my friend. My contacts have spoken. I was able to discover the location of this infamous Phantom training camp.
Do you still think they should be held accountable?
More than ever. You know that I recruited Rayner. I want to know what kind of hornet's nest I led him into. I want to know what these madmen did. But I fear if I go alone, I might not be able to control myself. And I won't learn anything. I need the help of my best student.
How can I refuse such a request? Well then, let's go.
Отлично. И теперь Курт узнал, где призрачный лагерь. Хотя мы его тоже нашли в прошлый раз. Давайте отправимся в нашу резиденцию. И, наверное, сначала сходим в призрачный лагерь. Как бы делаем сначала доп-квесты, потом делаем сюжет. А, кстати, хотя с другой стороны у нас здесь адмирал Кабрал. Давайте сначала к адмиралу подойдем. Вот. Это будет правильнее. Чтобы максимально разгрузить этот квестовый хаб. Ну и получить направление в другие локации, грубо говоря.
Desarde, what can I do for you?
I've explored many ruins on this island, ruins that after careful scrutiny were built by the congregation. In one of them we found a journal that made reference to your guild. This document, as are the buildings, date much further back than the arrival of the Bridge Alliance a decade ago. These discoveries raise a good many questions, questions that my cousin would like you to answer.
I understand. All the same, we are in a difficult situation. We are bound by the pact. I could eventually overlook these engagements if you would perform a service. Commander Fernando, who holds the port of San Mateus, has problems with certain members of Teleme. The bishop that accompanies you on occasion could without a doubt tell you more.
I won't hesitate to speak to him about it.
Solve these problems, and I will reconsider the validity of the pact. I will answer your questions. Anything else?
Отлично. Значит, нам надо будет еще с Петрусом сейчас
Until we meet
поговорить.
again, Admiral.
Так, а мы не сможем быстро переместиться? Отлично, чтобы меньше бегать.
Ah, my child, I'm happy that you are here. I've had an idea that I wish to present to you.
Please do.
I've known the Mother Cardinal for quite some time. She is a formidable woman, gifted and diplomatically skilled. I fear that your cousin might be a little defenseless when dealing with her and would like to give him a few weapons.
What do you have in mind?
Diplomacy is not only a matter of formal encounters and choreographed etiquette. If we had the means to action more personal leverage, the Mother Cardinal could not manipulate your cousin.
How could we ever find anything of that sort?
Everyone has nasty little secrets, my child. It's our task to discover Cornelia's.
It is a very
Кстати,
good
багует
idea.
диалог.
But alas, I have other problems to resolve first.
I understand. Come and find me when you are ready.
What was your role at my uncle's court? Were you already an ambassador?
No, but I was part of the embassy. I had only just started my career as a diplomat back then. Teleme was hoping to convert the congregation, and they had sent me to spread the word. I tried to teach you some of the basics because you had a predisposition for magic, but you were so young. You preferred to run around the halls with a wooden sword in hand, chasing your cousin.
То есть, если бы я был магом, то был бы, наверное, другой диалог. Забавно.
I had a meeting with Admiral Cabral concerning what we found in those ruins. She said she was bound by a pact that kept her from answering questions on the subject.
The Nauts are nothing more than mercenaries of the oceans. I suppose that she wants something in exchange.
Effectively. She told me that her men posted at San Mateus met with some problems, and she advised me to speak to you. Does that make sense?
I believe I see what the Admiral is speaking about. Or rather, who. A few of our zealous brothers are overcome by their faith. You already witnessed it for yourself at San Mateus. They look with a wary eye at all those who do not swear faith to Teleme, and refuse to express their faith openly. It is possible they have decided to target the Nauts. We will need to speak with those on Teleme lands. And, of course, seek out the Bishop Domitius.
I'll see you later, father.
Take care, my child.
Так, ну когда мы пойдем в Телему, сейчас мы идем в призрачный полк. А зачем я вышел-то? Перемещаться будем вот так. Так вот, когда пойдем в Телему, надо будет Петруса взять. Петрус нам еще задание дать хочет, что ли?
Have you considered my proposition?
It is a very good idea, but alas, I have other problems to resolve first.
I understand. Come and find me when you are ready.
I'll see you later, father.
Take care, my child.
А если взять Сиору сейчас прям? Очень оставить Сиору. Взять Петруса. И поговорить.
Have you considered my proposition?
It is a very good idea, but alas, I have other problems to resolve first.
I understand. Come and find me when you are ready.
I'll see you later, father.
Не прокатило.
Take care, my child.
Да, лагерь рядом. Да. Давайте сохраним.
I was informed of your arrival by my sentinels, but I didn't think it would be you, Kurt.
Rolf, you're the leader of this camp.
Do you two know each other?
We train together. We haven't seen each other in a long time. A very long time.
The world of warriors is very small, Kurt. What brings you here, my old comrade? And who are these people with you? They're not one of us?
My name is Desadeh. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
And I'm Siora Donegad of the Gaiesrad.
These people sure are important. So, what are you doing here?
I've heard things about this place. About this very special camp.
And we wanted to see what it was all about with our own eyes.
That's very nice of you, but visitors aren't welcome in this camp. What goes on here is only the guards' business.
Does the same apply to me?
Listen, Kurt. I can give you and your friends some answers, but only because it's you. Anyway, knowing you as well as I do, I'm aware I'm not going to get rid of you that easily. So, what would you like to know?
What is it you do here? And why is this place kept secret? Even from your comrades in the guard?
The natives have their magic, and we have to train elites to be able to face them. That's what we're doing here.
Our role is sensitive, and our location obviously cannot be revealed to the whole island.
Does this man not realize that I'm a Donegad?
I noticed you're a native, but you're a friend of Kurt's, so I trust you will be discreet.
I see the reason for this kind of training. The Bridge Alliance would be particularly interested in soldiers like these, and yet I'd never heard of this elite squadron.
We're still in the early stages of the program. We don't want to rush things, and our leaders demand secrecy. Orders are orders.
This is a huge camp for such a secret location. How is it organized?
The main building is reserved for officers and the wounded. The front and rear of the camp are dedicated to combat training, but most exercises take place outside.
Impressive. And how do you manage recruitment?
Only the best come here, those who have combat experience. Once they arrive, they're separated into 2 squadrons, each led and trained by a lieutenant. But you already know all of this, Kurt. It must bring back memories.
Yes.
Will you tell us about your training?
That's a sensitive topic. Most exercises take place in the field to get the men used to it. The natives' knowledge of the environment gives them as much of an advantage as their magic. But if you want to know more, you should ask my lieutenant instructors.
Actually, we found out about this camp while we were looking for someone.
A kid I recruited. Raina.
Oh, I didn't know he was one of yours. My condolences. I was told he died in an accident in the harbour.
Don't insult my intelligence, Rolf.
All right. Since you're here, I guess there's no point in lying to you anymore. The accident occurred during a maneuver. It's regrettable, but these things happen, you know?
We've taken up enough of your time, Captain.
I agree, and I have things to do.
I'd like to question your lieutenant instructors, if you don't mind. To ask them about Raina.
You've become a real sap. Fine, but try not to disrupt the day's schedule too much. Goodbye.
I'm sorry, I couldn't contain my anger.
I noticed. Good thing you know this captain so well. I don't think he would have let us investigate otherwise.
I'm not sure it's a good thing, really.
You don't seem to like this man.
Rolf doesn't bring back good memories for me. But let's continue. Lieutenant!
Respectfully, Captain.
Here is my friend, the legate of the merchant congregation. He would like to ask you a few questions.
At your orders. I'm listening, sires.
How do the various squadrons in this camp differ from one another?
The recruits I train are intended to carry out more subtle actions.
Really? What kind?
I teach them how to blend into the background, understand customs, observe, and know when to strike.
That's strange. These skills are normally associated with assassins, rather than soldiers.
These skills are always useful, regardless of the enemy or the setting.
What kind of training do your men undergo?
I can't go into details, but they learn discipline and to outdo themselves.
You mean to blindly follow orders, even to their death?
But No, Captain. We also teach them to analyse situations, so that they know when to act to avoid risking their lives.
How did you become an instructor in this camp?
I have led numerous squadrons before, and I've trained hundreds of recruits on the continent. I worked with Captain Rolf in the past, and when I arrived on the island, he recommended me for this position.
That's very impressive. And I expect that you're familiar with the natives' environment and magic.
Yes, of course.
Ну что, прокатит? Нет?
Good. Don't you think that someone this talented fits what we're looking for? You see, we need to find someone who can replace Kurt to oversee my cousin's security.
Your cousin is the governor of New Serene, I've heard. It's a prestigious position. I don't doubt my abilities, but an offer like this, made so suddenly, must have a price.
We can't hide anything from you.
We're trying to find out what happened to Raina, a recruit who trained here.
That name doesn't sound familiar. He must have been in the Shadow Squadron.
The other lieutenant's squadron?
Yes. I'm sorry. Haven't been much use to you. Did something happen to him?
He died. His body was thrown into the harbour to make it look like he drowned.
I guess it was one of your recruits. My condolences, Captain.
We'll question some of your soldiers.
At your orders, but please be quick. I'd like to get on with training.
Так, просить инструктора допросить новобранца. Еще один инструктор. Вот он.
Lieutenant.
Captain.
My friend here would like to learn more about this camp.
At your orders, Captain. Sir?
Can you tell us about your squadron?
The recruits who come here are the best. And in my squadron, they get even better. I don't know what else to tell you. They're disciplined, rigorous, and effective. Exactly what you'd expect from the best soldiers.
What kind of training takes place in your ranks?
Combat in natural settings. Combat against the savages' magic.
I'm very curious about how you train against the magic the natives use.
Now, these are complex, secret maneuvers. I'm very sorry, but I can't tell you anymore.
That's a pity. It would definitely be instructive.
I heard the recruit Rainer trained here. What can you tell me about him?
Oh, he was a good one. He died a little while ago.
So we've heard. Your captain told us he died during a maneuver. Can you tell us more?
The training we do outside can be dangerous. Unfortunately, Rainer fell to his death in a ravine.
He fell?
During a simulated ambush. I know, it's not glorious, but it happens. I'd like to get back to work now, if you'll allow it, Captain.
Go on. We're gonna go talk to some of your recruits.
I hope that it won't take too long. We're all very busy here.
We'll be quick, Lieutenant.
The story about training against magic is a lie. This lieutenant has no idea what he's talking about.
So what could they be training recruits for here, then?
I don't know. But whatever it is, I don't like it.
Да, интересно, теневой полк, деликатные дела. Ну, давайте поговорим с бойцами.
Soldier!
Yes, Captain.
At ease. We have some questions for you.
Me? At your orders, Captain.
You look exhausted. Is training that rough here?
It's difficult at first, but you get through it. Taming fatigue. That's the key to it all.
Haven't you ever wanted to stop? You've never doubted your vocation.
I'm not a coward, nor a weakling. The strength of the shadow.
What is that? Your motto?
Our squadrons, Captain.
You seem concerned about your comrades. You keep looking at them.
No, not at all.
Are you afraid of what they might think of you?
Absolutely not, Captain. We are all of one mind in this squadron. We are very united.
Since this is such a close-knit squadron, you must have known Rainer.
Yes, of course. But he's not part of the squadron any longer. He left.
Really?
I don't know what you're trying to get me to say, Captain. Rainer left the squadron because he was sent on a mission. There's nothing more to say.
Sorry, mate, but that's not what happened.
I don't know anything more.
Thank you. That will be all.
Thank you, sire. Captain?
Good heavens. I feel like a bogeyman.
These recruits are clearly scared to let any information slip.
It's as if their life depended on it.
Явно как их запугали-то, а? Пойдем с другими новобранцами поговорим.
Hello, soldier.
Captain, we need information. Your instructor authorized us to question you.
Of course, sire. I'm listening.
How would you describe your training? Do you train outside the camp much?
Yes, we do. Well, not exclusively.
Really? Yet we've been told that your unit specialized in actions over difficult terrain.
Yes, I think so. Well, yes, that's true.
Problems remembering things, soldier?
No, Captain.
What's it like in your squadron?
Very good. The Phantom Squadron is made up only of the very best.
Do you trust your comrades?
We're like 5 fingers on one hand, sire. I would trust them with my life.
You've sure got the military spirit.
Yes, Captain.
We've learned that a recruit died in an accident during a maneuver. Does this happen often?
No, of course not. Only to those who aren't strong enough.
That's strange. I was told that this recruit was very talented.
I don't know what to tell you. It's possible. If you don't mind, I'd like to get back to my training.
He seems afraid that an accident might befall him too.
No, it's not that. I just don't want to fall behind schedule.
Very well. Go on.
Excellence. Captain.
These kids are scared to death. Yes. This boy's answers about his training seem pretty dubious to me. You can't hide the lies. Soldier! Captain! At ease, soldier. We'd like to learn more about your training.
I have nothing to say about it, sir.
Really? Go on, it's not a difficult question. What do you do during training?
Is this a test, Captain?
No, it's not a test. You may speak freely.
Well, training is difficult, but we can't complain, Captain.
That's an interesting way to phrase it. You're very united in this squadron. At least, that's what I've been told.
United? You could say that, yes. Until death.
That's rather sinister. Does the name Raina sound familiar to you?
Yeah. Well, no, not really.
You seem rather hesitant. Afraid of being reprimanded by your lieutenant?
No. Well, not at all. It's just that I can't tell you anything about Recruit Raina. And we're lucky to have the lieutenant as our instructor, Captain.
We should leave this soldier to his work. Your name, soldier?
Wilhelm. First class recruit Wilhelm, Spectre Squadron.
Keep it up, Wilhelm.
Yep.
Lieutenants, report.
Captain?
Could you give us a few minutes and take us around the site? I've never been here before, and I'm curious to see what goes on.
I'm not sure if we can, Captain.
We are on duty, Captain.
Right, Lieutenant. Let's go. Are you coming with us? No, thank you. I'd rather stay here. Take in some fresh air. As you like. In that case, see you later. Wilhelm, we need to talk. And don't worry. Kurt will make sure your superior doesn't come this way.
Why are you doing this?
We didn't think you'd say anything as long as she was here.
If you noticed, others will have too. They'll make me pay.
Even more reason to talk. If we have proof, we can take action and close this camp.
Very well. What would you like to know?
What's really going on here? We know that Raina didn't die in an accident.
This is supposed to be a training camp for the Guards elite. Only the most talented recruits are allowed to join. This is an immense honor, an extraordinary chance. That's what we're told every day. But in reality, it's just hell.
Tell me about the training you undergo here.
It's more torture than anything else. We're constantly beaten and humiliated, and the slightest complaint only leads to more blows. They even push us to police one another, so we don't dare talk. Whatever the orders, we put our heads down, grit our teeth, and obey.
And they call us barbarians. We could never put our own children through this.
I heard them tell you about the specialist training against the natives in hostile environments. But what they teach us would be more useful for assassins.
As for Raina, do you know what happened to him?
Yes. One day he just couldn't stand it any longer. He disobeyed orders, he fought back, and people got hurt. That's when things blew up. They summoned him for night training.
What does that entail?
It doesn't have much to do with real training. They call us up for it at the last minute. The weakest serve as punching bags for the others, who are encouraged to beat them. If we refuse, we too become the targets. So we join in and strike. If you're looking to punish Raina's murderer, you can start with me. We all have his blood on our hands.
Thank you for telling us all of this. You should get back to your comrades.
I hope you can do something. Have this camp closed. Otherwise I'll soon be as dead as Raina.
We understand the risk you've taken. We won't let you down.
Thank you. Really. That was truly fascinating.
Captain?
I've seen everything I needed to see. You can leave us.
Yes, Captain.
Shall we go?
Сделайте вид, что покидаете лагерь. Ну понятно, тут жесть, короче, просто творит. Давайте сделаем вид, что мы покидаем лагерь.
Good. Willem has spoken.
What did he tell you?
He said the recruits go through hell. They're humiliated, spy on each other, get bullied. It's essentially torture. Raynor wouldn't stand for these methods. He rebelled and was summoned for night training.
Are you sure he used that term?
Yes, but he told me it's not really training. The recruits are summoned.
And the others beat them, sometimes to death. I know.
You knew about this kind of training?
Yeah. I thought it was a thing of the past. What a monster. How dare he?
I'm so sorry. I'm lost for words. Tell me, did you learn anything new?
I scouted out the site. There's 2 parts of the barracks we should look at more closely. Rolf's quarters and the basement, which they refused to open for me.
You're full of anger, Sengots. Take a deep breath and think. Then tell us your plan.
Let's wait for nightfall. We'll sneak into the camp unseen, search the barracks, the private quarters, and then the basement.
We might also try to find out where this night training takes place.
Yes. I wouldn't want other young recruits to lose their lives tonight. Especially Wilhelm.
А, то есть автоматически дождались темноты. Ну, давайте сохраним. Наверное, лучше краситься, мне кажется. Ну, либо они всем лагерем ушли на муштру. Может быть, это делать нет смысла. Там, наверное, Вильгельма избивают.
Let's find Rolf's office. He surely has the key to the basement.
Так, здесь, наверное, ничего нет. Понятно, здесь у них столовая. Ну, давайте все-таки все равно красться на всякий случай. Приказ о проведении ночной муштры. Всем новобранцам, получившим данный приказ, явиться на ночную муштру рядового Вильгельма. Явка обязательно. Сбор будет проводиться в 22:00 на лесной тропе к северу от лагеря. Те, кто не явится, также пройдут через муштру. Ну да, Вильгельма решили это. Того самого. Давайте тогда быстро все пробежим, чтобы спасти Вильгельма. Мы можем взломать. Зачем нам ключ, да?
I know this smell only too well. Fear, blood, death.
These people have turned this place into a site of...
Рапорт командира. Капитан, согласно приказу мы провели подготовку новобранцев. Некоторые из них плохо переносили недосыпание, поэтому их отправили в черную комнату в целях тренировки. Мы потеряли одного солдата, но остальным это пошло на пользу. Они вышли немного ослабшими. Зато дисциплина значительно улучшилась. Что за черная комната, интересно? Или это вот как раз?
This document explains a lot. They torture the soldiers to break them. Raynor shows up on this list more than once. He gave them a lot of problems.
Those who resist too much are lynched during night training. Rolf, you'll pay for this.
Kurt, Wilhelm's name was added to tonight's training.
That's the young man who helped us, isn't it? They will probably kill him for it.
We can't let them kill him. We must stop this training immediately. The risk is that Rolf will ambush us. If this boy dies because of us, I will never forgive myself.
Еще раз сохранить. Так, я не понял. Обыскать кабинет. Ну, пойдемте кабинет обыщем быстро. Здесь кабинет. Казармы. Кабинет этого ублюдка. Ключ от комнаты пыток. Письмо от генерала. Капитан Рольф, благодарю за проделанную работу. Вы прекрасно справляетесь. Некоторые из ваших призрачных новобранцев уже заняли позиции в непосредственном окружении наместников, как мы планировали. Майор Герман сообщает о потерях, но они не повлияют на наши планы. Продолжайте в том же духе, и мы скоро перейдем к делу.
This letter is disturbing, Kurt. It confirms that several deaths have been disguised in order to keep this camp secret. But it says that the recruits trained here have been assigned to governors from different cities. And yet I'm sure that Constantine knows nothing about these.
Мне кажется, что они хотят захватить власть, генерал.
Also confirms that the commander is pleased with what's been going on here.
So Torsten knew.
So it seems. Including about the deaths.
He's gone too far. He dishonors us all. Sieglinder was right.
Письмо от майора Германа. Капитан Рольф, вы были и остаетесь одним из лучших моих учеников. Ваши новобранцы прибыли в Сан-Матеус и полностью оправдали наши ожидания. Я сообщил генералу о ваших достижениях в призрачном лагере. Уверен, он не оставит вас без награды. Если те ваши солдаты, что находятся в других городах, также хорошо подготовлены, скоро вы станете майором.
You surprise me once again, Kurt. You are full of compassion for these youngsters.
They're just kids. There has to be a way to reason with them.
We'll do what we can, Kurt. I can't promise anything more.
Ну что, пойдемте спасать Вильгельма, или как его там зовут. Спасти новобранца, арестовать капитана. Сначала спасем новобранца. Ну попробуем, мне кажется, Рольф уйдет.
Despite what Wilhelm told me, I wasn't expecting this. He's getting destroyed.
They'll kill him. We can't let them get away with it.
Come on, I'll teach you how to dance.
И как вот я, извините, должен спрыгнуть?
Stop! We won't let you kill this boy like you killed Rainer.
Soldiers, do you realize what you're doing, Captain? But
you shouldn't be here. This time, you won't get away with it. Times!
Давайте расскажем о письме.
Do you know what happens to those who die in this regiment? Their bodies are thrown out like those of rabid animals. If you die here, you'll die without glory. No one will ever know what happened to you. I doubt that's what they promised you when you joined the guard.
No. No, of course not.
A good soldier doesn't fight for glory. He fights to be the best.
Really? Then the guard really has changed. Did you recruits leave your families to end up lynched and thrown into a ditch?
No. You're right, Captain. We never should have ended up here.
Traitors, cowards, deserters.
To my help.
Will you be all right?
I'm wounded, but I'll survive. Thanks to you. I'm eternally grateful.
Come, Wilhelm. We'll help you get home. We owe you that at least.
I'm counting on you to bring him back to the camp in one piece.
Yes, Captain.
Well then, let's go. We can't let that vermin Rolf escape us.
Так, а может быть у нее что-то есть? Ну, пальцы, кстати, может быть, отдадим этому курту потом. Надо сейчас быстрее арестовать Рольфа.
Surprise is our best ally. You're right. Let's try to approach discreetly.
Хотя, честно говоря, не хочу его арестовывать, я просто бы убил его. Еще раз сохранимся.
It's blocked. It's blocked.
Через казарму придется бежать. Так, стоп. Стоп. Давайте загрузим вот это. Я все-таки хочу попробовать избежать жертв. Так интереснее, в конце концов. Просто так пройти и зарезать новобранцев, это, конечно, легко. Но опять же, новобранцы в чем виноват? Так. Это, кстати, проход. Давайте откроем. Или нет? Да, уберем задвижку. Так, теперь обратно пошли. Ну, посмотрим, как стелс-режим будет здесь работать. Можно, наверное, через здание пройти, да? Будем постоянно сохраняться, чтобы не потерять прогресс. Так, а это мы отсюда пришли же. Блин, стражник идет. Эх, он нас палит, он нас палит. Где этот хрен-то? Чтобы его найти, чтобы сейчас посмотрим, потом загрузим. Не пойму, как ему пройти. Здесь нельзя. И как я туда должен попасть? Кто мне объяснит? Так, давайте их вырежем и загрузимся и посмотрим. Что они не мешали? Да елки-палки. Отлично, мы перерезали. Так, как пройти сюда? Вот там, получается, надо было здесь, что ли, пройти? Или нет? Или да? То есть вот тут я бы прошел. Вот где запрыгнуть. Все ясно. Давайте попробуем. Сейчас попробуем. Так, с той стороны у нас не получилось пройти. Нас спалили, да? Попробовать с этой стороны обойти. Там. Сейчас этот уйдет. А это, похоже, стоит постоянно. Конечно, может быть, ошибаюсь. Камушек какой бы кинуть, да, чтобы отвлечь. Нас запалили. Блин, и паралич их сразу в бой вводит. Так, вот они уходят, отлично. Значит, действительно там идти надо. Вот сейчас на самом деле бы нам пройти. Зараза. Прощается. Он нас спалит. Нет, но он не повернут. Стойте, ребят. Стойте. Дайте мне пройти. Отлично. Вообще просто. Сразу здесь сохранимся на всякий случай. Здесь нас вроде никто не палит.
Nobody saw us. All we have to do is ambush them in the pit.
Так, ну там могут быть новобранцы опять же. Давайте поэтому... Ох ты ж.
Rolf, you bastard, how could you be part of this disgrace?
You know that this is how the best soldiers are made. Soldiers, grab your weapons! Death to the traitors!
Stop! Soldiers, are you really going to obey these scoundrels? Do I need to remind you of the Guard's motto? Where is your honor?
I won't repeat myself, recruits. Execute these traitors!
Soldiers, listen to your captain. You are the victims of these monsters, and we are here to save you. We're doing our best to avoid a fight, to spare your lives.
Well, what do you want us to do? We have orders, and we know what will happen to us if we don't obey.
Enough! To arms! Attack!
Так. Давайте упомянем о спасении Вильгельма.
It was nearly Wilhelm's turn tonight. It could have been any of you.
Lies! Only the weak fall. So we must prove that we aren't among them.
Nonsense. I've seen more combat than any of you, and I've seen hundreds of soldiers die. Weak or not. I've seen this kind of camp before, full of torture and sadistic officers. I thought it was a thing of the past, but I was wrong.
So help me make sure this camp really is the last of them.
You're right, Captain. If we don't put down our weapons, this will never end. Congratulations, Lieutenant. You've trained cowards.
Their training wasn't finished, Captain, and the speeches were so convincing.
Silence! Where is this second squadron? Should have been here a long time ago.
They're not coming, Rolf.
They surrendered too. It would appear that your training methods aren't very effective.
Now that you no longer have lackeys to send after us, Rolf, you'll have to get your own hands dirty.
I've dreamt of shutting that big mouth of yours up for so long.
Просто казнили их. Твари просто.
Will you be alright, Kurt?
Yes. Yes, I'll be fine. I'm just glad to know that this camp won't kill anyone else.
What about you, Wilhelm?
Thank you for saving my life. Without you...
I hope you can forget all about this. This is not what the Guard is about.
I don't know if you'll be able to forgive us, Wilhelm.
I've been in your shoes on other nights. You didn't have the choice.
While we wait for this camp to close for good, you'll be under Wilhelm's command. You'll soon receive your transfer orders.
At your orders, Captain.
Glad it's you, Wilhelm. You'll stay here for now. I'll send men I trust to come get you soon.
What do you want us to do?
I'll need backup if I really want to put an end to all of this. We must go see Major Sieglinder in New Serene. I need to tell her what was going on here.
Are you sure she wasn't involved?
Her? Never. She's old school. She already held the commander at a distance because she didn't like the direction the Guard was headed. He would have sacked her, or worse, if she didn't have so much support within the Guard. I should have listened to her.
There's no use brooding over the past. Let's go. We'll go and see her immediately.
Sieglinder, I need to talk to you.
What's the matter, Kurt?
We've just returned from a training camp. A secret camp, where elite soldiers are trained. Through terror, humiliation, and torture.
Don't tell me that.
Yes. One of my recruits died, and he wasn't the only one. It is designed to create a regiment of assassins.
I am sorry, Kurt. I knew something was wrong, but I never would have thought it'd go that far.
We put an end to it all. We had to. But Torsten allowed it, even encouraged it.
I told you that the commander's ambition would end up leading us astray from the ideals of the Guard, and that we would pay the price for it.
Yes. At the time, I told you you were exaggerating. That he had his reasons.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to speak out, Sieglinder, and reveal the commander's project to the governor of the congregation.
If I were as close to him and his family as you are, I would have done so a long time ago.
I know. I feel so stupid for not having understood Torsten's scheme until now.
You've always been a loyal person, Kurt, and too many loyalties are sometimes hard to reconcile. But Torsten betrayed us all. I'm counting on you to make him pay for it.
Believe me, he won't get away with it. Goodbye, Sieglinder.
Goodbye, Kurt. My men and I stand with you.
Так, что нам предлагают сделать? То есть квест выполнился и все? Константину мы не будем рассказывать? Ну ладно, на этом мы наше приключение сегодня завершим. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Всем пока-пока.